All right, guys, welcome back. So it's a big day. You guys asked for it, and I'm going to deliver. I just got the call from Dave at Quad Van, and my Transit is almost all done. They're only waiting on a couple things: the rear airbags and the trailer hitch. But the whole four-wheel drive system is 100% done. It's getting ready to go out for alignment, and they invited me to come back in here, and I'll do you a quick walkthrough and show you. It turned out so good. I'm so happy with it. It's just beautiful. You wouldn't know that it wasn't factory OEM. All right, guys, I'm going to take you for a quick walkthrough. We'll start at the very back. Might be a little shaky here. I had to come off the tripod. It's just too hard to work with. So starting off, they pulled the diff cover here, and they installed the new 373 gears. These are factory Ford gears, so that will tie in with the factory limited slip. But the cool part is this: if you look, we talked about this being kind of a problem. This is the lower shock bracket. Focus. The lower shock bracket that they modified, and so what they did is they cut that and they kind of rebuilt that and then turned it and bent it up. So now that holds the cable there for the emergency brake, and we don't have that thing hanging down. I'm guessing they probably picked up about 3.5 inches or so. Here is a factory Ford spacer, rear spacer, so it's got the wing on it there that will go up and hit the bump stop. So the travel remains the same, all the geometry basically remains the same, so we're not modifying to the point where it's going to be undrivable. The drive shafts are beautiful. Those all had to be reworked and rebalanced. New carrier here, and that ties into the best part, which is not something you see in transit vans from the factory, as a transfer case. Factory Ford transfer case with a low range. So old school four-wheel drive there, just what I wanted. So gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of stuff packed up in here. It's a really tight spot. So my hat's off to the guys able to do this, because it is not an easy job. Let me get you some more light up here. So here the front, you can see the Bilstein, new Bilstein front. Are they shocks or struts? I'm not sure. Look like struts. And there's the drive shaft right there. Independent front four-wheel drive, and the new modified K-member right there. You can see, but super clean. There's the front axle right there. So awesome. I mean, look how tight everything is in there. It just fits in perfectly. No conflicts, no problems. I mean, I'll tell you what, I was in the automotive industry for 10 years, and I'll tell you, if I were to look underneath this thing, I couldn't even tell that it wasn't factory. Everything I look at has a Ford logo on it, factory Ford, and it's just beautifully done. So the only thing left is the guys are going to send it out today for alignment. So that'll go out to alignment, and then we're waiting on 2 additional parts. We're waiting on the Class 5 rear hitch. Ooh, that's a little bright. Let's turn that down there. The Class 5 rear hitch, and I'm putting airbags in. So the airbags will mount up in there, so we can, when we start carrying dirt bikes on the back, we can balance all that out. But it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I'll have the guys take it down off the lift. I'll show you the transfer case shifter inside and all that stuff, and then we'll pull it outside and see how it sits. So there it is. It sits a lot taller now. I like the sticker, John. Looks pretty good. So you'll notice it's a little bit higher in the back, and that is probably because the shocks will settle in. It just came in off the lift, and the guys will drive it down to the alignment shop, and we'll see how that goes, which it might work out just as well, because I'm going to be adding some weight to the back, so that's just as well. I'd probably rather have it with a little lift in the back than not. But the tires fit in there really nice. It looks really good. Let me show you the inside. That turned out really good too. So they have a, take the key out. So this is a green indicator light right here. Focus. I'm gonna give up on it here. This will come on when the four-wheel drive is engaged. And then if we look down here, we've got the transfer case. So I thought I recognized this transfer case shifter here. This is out of a Jeep. So that's just a simple manual for 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low, like that. So that's really all you can see in here to indicate that it's 4-wheel drive, apart from the little indicator light. So that's it, guys, for the conversion. I couldn't be happier. Everything turned out really great. Thank you, John and David and the guys that did such a great job and got it done so quickly. I can't wait to take it home. I wish I could take it right now, but there's just a few last things. They want to have it right before they send it home with me, and I think that that's a great idea. So what I think I'll do is, if it's okay with John, I might come back. He's on family vacation right now, and he's really the brains behind the whole thing. I'd like to do a video with him and have him kind of explain a few things and really go into depth on this, because it's a neat project. A couple of questions I want to address. Maybe you didn't see my responses in the comments. A lot of folks ask, well, why didn't you just order one of these from the factory? Well, the reason is that you can't get these from Ford from the factory in the US. I know that there's an all-wheel drive, or I believe there is in Europe, but not here, so there is no other option. The other question is, why not just get a 4x4 Sprinter? Well, I didn't want a 4x4 Sprinter. First off, it was about $10,000 more than the Transit. I think that the Transit with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost is a superior engine. I don't want a diesel. I don't like diesel. I've never had diesel. It's not my thing. And I don't want to deal with Mercedes-Benz parts prices and dealerships, to be quite honest with you. This parts and brakes and different things I can get from my local Napa. I like to work on my own things as much as possible. And I'm just a Ford guy. My grandfather's, I think it was his grandfather or dad, had one of the very first Ford dealerships in Oklahoma. And he was a Ford mechanic for his entire life, and our family's just always been a Ford family. We've always had them, and it's just what I like. So you can't account for taste. So if you want a Sprinter van, then go ahead and get one. Nothing wrong with that. They're super cool. But for me, this was the best fit for our family. Not to mention, one of my subscribers who was an employee at Ford stepped up and offered us their family pricing. So we got a really good, a good fair price on it when we bought it from the dealership. So that's it. If you have any questions, put them in the comment. I'll address them if I can. And I'll do a little more in-depth thing. I'll show you when it's all 100% done, and we'll take it for a test drive. But I couldn't be happier. It's going to be a wonderful addition to the family, and something I'll enjoy for a long, long time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.